Hi guys and welcome back to Crypto Mischief, where I talk about my favorite thing in the entire world, cryptocurrency. That's right, today we are talking about Drip X. Yeah, new platform launching on February 22nd, which is in 2 days. You are early, congratulations. We are going to be covering everything to do with Drip X today. This is a huge and very exciting time because I honestly haven't spoken about Drip on this channel for months, possibly 4 months, not since the launch of the Triple D, which was quite underwhelming. So we are definitely overdue a video, and a lot has happened to Drip in this time. Forex Shark, of course, has taken a back seat to development on Drip, and the community has taken over. There is growth on not just on Binance Smart Chain, where Drip was from. It's also on Pulse Chain, it's on Ethereum, it's on Arbitrum in the form of Rat Drip, and Drip X is going to be leveraging BNB and Rat Drip to power its protocol. It is a fork, yeah. Drip X is a fork of Titan X, which is an absolute Goliath all over on the Ethereum chain. They have modified parts of the contract to make it, in theory, more sustainable. This is also using very unique perks of liquidity, which have past precedence from the developers of DripX, who would be Hustleman Matt, and Eric the Bandit. Okay, and using RatDrip, who I believe was created by Quinn. Right, these are all public figures in the DeFi space. This is DeFi, but not like as we imagine it, right? This is ROI DeFi, high risk, high return, right? You know, you go into DeFi, you think, Uniswap, PancakeSwap, liquidity, put your funds in any time, pull them out. This is different. It's ROI. We will be risking it for the biscuit, pushing it for the cushion it. Doesn't rhyme. Nice one, Richie. Like and subscribe if you enjoy this kind of content and my shit jokes. This is Crypto Mischief YouTube channel and community. We are 26,501 subscribers so far. So you might ask, Richie, why have you not been talking about Drip? What's been going on? Well, to be honest, looking at my subscribers, the bear market's tough. And I made life-changing money in the last bull run, around about where you see this peak of my subscribers going absolutely parabolic from about 1,000 to 20,000 subscribers in the bull run last year was when I was making unspeakably massive amounts of money in Drip, right? So much money that it changed my life, it changed my family's life, it changed my father's life, it changed some of my friends' lives. Some people who were, for example, in Ukraine, I funded them while they were getting bombed. Like Drip was an absolute powerhouse, and it gave me the ability to give back to so many people, and I will always be thankful for that. But it all fell apart in the bear market, and a lot of people who got into Drip near the top absolutely lost their shirts. A lot of people who went into Animal Farm at the wrong time, then they also lost a lot. So that's DeFi. You win, you lose some. We're thankfully at the beginning of a new bull market, and we are before the halving, which gives me great hope for everything that's going on. But you could lose everything again in this project. It's not a guaranteed money earner, but I am going to go pretty hard into it, right? We are going to go get into it, right? This is my NFT collection, by the way, the SCC. I've been building it since the bear market's been going. So if you are returning from the bull, come check it out. We have NFTs. We pay passive income monthly. So far, we have dropped 42,375 Matic, which right now is $35,000. Of course, at all-time high, that Matic will be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars. Check that out in your own time. We also have been doing a lot of this recently, which is airdrop hunting. We have over 100 paid or incentivized or free airdrop hunting campaigns running all across DeFi and crypto right now, and we're tracking every single one of them. All you need to do to get access to this sheet is to own the NFT as well. And then you get passive income as well, amongst other perks. We have some pre-sales coming up in our DAO, which is also unlocked by the NFT. So, Drip X. Drip X. The year of the dragon, isn't it? And that is definitely what people are saying. It comes from, Titan X, which is over here. Yeah, Titan X. So Titan X is a mining platform on Ethereum. It's been running for 116 days, has Titan X. Titan X has a couple problems at the moment. Mainly, if you were in Drip, you'd have privy to the kind of problems it might be having. Begins with an I, ends in an N. It's called, inflation, right? Titan X currently has a massive inflation problem. If we come to the price of Titan X, you will see that when you are depositing your Ethereum in this to purchase miners, of course, you're mining a hell of a lot of Titan X, and the more Titan X that everyone mines, a lot of people will dump it on the market. Yeah, that one. You know, we fall down, right? The one we're very privy to watching with the inflation problems in Drip, right? So Drip X has forked Titan X, but is adding one very important fact to the contract, which I think is a great idea, right? So we can see I have some miners on this wallet that are long-term miners. The ones I put short-term are already finished, and I decided not to make more because I could kind of see the writings on the wall. And if I'm being absolutely frank and honest, I'll just be honest with you in the channel, I don't really like Titan X that much. The vibe just doesn't connect with me in the right way. They're building a lot of other protocols on top of it, and I'm not sure it's going to work out very well. So I've kind of stopped paying attention to Titan X. Got these 4 running. Could come out with $6,000 to $10,000 if they all go well, and then that'll be okay. I know people have made millions on this, right? I'm going to cover this in about 1 minute. I've already covered it in channels. I'm pretty sure everyone watching this right now knows what Titan X is. Essentially, you deposit Ethereum in to start miners. The more power you put, the more ETH you spend. The cost of making a miner goes up every day, and the amount of tokens that you get from your miner go down every day. But the one big problem with Titan X is that anyone can make miners on any day. The thing that they fixed in Drip X is that there's a cap on how many miners can be made every day. So if you are late to claim, for example, if I said day 1 on Drip X, because what happened in Titan X is everyone went, you can go 280 days, like maximum length, right? And you know, a lot of people did that. I did that, right? So we've gone maximum length with a bunch of miners. I'm still only 35% done on these, and I'm waiting. I might come out 183% ROI. Like when we started this was like 6,000% ROI. So it's going down and down every day as the token goes down and more tokens are minted out. Inflation's a big problem. Dashboard divs is what it's called, right? So I could instead go 10 days, right? Why not? It's day 1. I could go 10 days. Of course, if I come out with 10 days now, I'm going to be minus 92% ROI. But at the start of any protocol like this, going for a 10-day length, you could probably triple your money, quadruple, quintuple, depending on more people that are buying the token. Because you can also stake this token into the platform, and then you can earn passive income formed out in ETH. And this is all going to be working like that in DripX, with one change that I've noticed, that when you buy or mint or create a miner, right? Say I wanted to go for a 7-day miner on launch day, right? Yeah, miner power 100, and I tried to batch mint like loads of these because I know from past precedent that that's going to make loads of money for me. There's a cap on it. So if you're too slow, you're like, oh no, all the miners for that day are bought up. I'm going to have to try 8 days. Oh no, they're also bought up. I'm going to have to try 20. Oh no, they're also, okay, 21, 22. So there's only so many miners, miner packages or miners or tokens, I guess, available to be mined on each day. This should really fix the sustainability aspect and get rid of those pump and dump early miners who just go short term and sell everything, right? That's the most bullish thing that I can tell you about DripX. And then there's a whole story of Wrap Drip and DripX and Drip and what's going on, right? I was watching Beach. Hi, Beach. He's also a YouTuber. He talked a lot about Drip. He returned recently with a great return video saying, you know, what's going on? Why is Drip going up? Because actually Drip is going up. And we look at the price of Drip here. We're up to 5 cents. That's right. Drip's up to 5 cents. From the lowly lows of 1 cent, we've done a 5x, right? But then Wrap Drip over here is 6 cents, right? And then we also come over to Pulse Chain. Wrap Drip is 8 cents, almost 9 cents. What's going on? Why are they why are they going up? Why are they different prices? Because of the idea of liquidity, right? Mainly. This is Wrap Drip BNB. This is Drip BUSD. We're going to focus firstly on Wrap Drip. What is it and why is it important? It's important. Let's get to this video. It's going to clearly explain it because it's going to come from the dev. This is Drip Warriors YouTube channel. I'm subscribed. They've got 164 subscribers. They should have more because this is a great interview, right? They talk to Hustleman Matt, who is this guy here. Oh, my head's in the way. There's Hustleman Matt, right? He's going to explain why we should be paying attention to Wrap Drip before the launch of Drip X, right? We're 2 days before the launch, so this is why you should probably pay attention to what he's about to say. Okay.
The last minute pep talk, like the coach getting the team fired up before they get out on the field and they go out there and just destroy. Like our Rudy moment when, Rudy gets a sack. Like, tell us one last minute speech on why people should wrap their drip.
Well, bring it on in, team. Bring it on in.
Yes.
No, but seriously, Wrap Drip is a really it's a fresh opportunity. It's a brand new start. This is a token that has only been on the blockchain for a few months now. It gives us a new opportunity, kind of a new, just like a new ground floor for Drip. What it allows us to do is kind of separate ourselves from some of the taxes that is associated with Drip. This is what makes it very difficult for people to develop on Drip. There's a 10% tax on Drip. Everybody's familiar with the developer of Drip, Forex. He controls those taxes. So there's certain things, projects when you develop on that you aren't able to kind of work around because of that tax, which is why that we decided to use Wrap Drip. Now, because we're going to be leveraging Wrap Drip, that allows you to move it freely without being taxed, after you wrap it, of course. And then we're going to be providing a lot of liquidity into Wrap Drip via the miners. So DripX is going to be leveraging BNB to buy a lot of Wrap Drip. So this is a really good opportunity because the token is so new and it has low liquidity, that when we start to add BNB, adding more liquidity, strengthening the actual value of Wrap Drip, then there's going to be there's a lot of potential for a lot of gains. Wrap Drip could pump. They're going to say, hey, I can wrap my Drip tokens for this price. So that's going to create arbitrage opportunities. So this is an opportunity for, people to be able to get in on that right now as a ground floor. I would say Wrap Drip is essentially kind of like a pre-sale token. So you can leverage that, to basically be in the pre-sale of DripX. Now, DripX is going to be a fair launch. We're going to push it out and everybody will have a same opportunity to get in at the same time. But for those people who have Wrap Drip, you're going to see the most, the most price appreciation from people who are creating miners, that BNB being funneled into Wrap Drip. Also, if you are providing liquidity to Wrap Drip, all those transaction fees that you'll be able to earn from. So this is a really good opportunity. We just talked about getting in early. So,
okay, so we'll stop it there. The interview continues to talk about many things to do with Wrap Drip, DripX, Drip, and also Hustleman and, his past and, who he is. So I would advise you check this whole interview out so you understand what's going on with the project. But that kind of probably whets your appetite for what's going to go on with the BNB Wrap Drip there, right? So he's saying that basically you're leveraging the idea of Wrap Drip with DripX. DripX is going to buy Wrap Drip. Now, what happened when TitanX launched was that TitanX launched with this huge wick, right? Because everyone went in to make miners, long-term miners, short-term miners. They got millions and millions of liquidity, right? There's $1.3 million in liquidity right now, and it's way down from there. It must have gone up to at least $5 to $10 million. I can't remember, right? But it was loads of money. So what's going to happen? And then TitanX is paired with ETH, right? You can see over here. TitanX paired with ETH, number 15 still on DexScreener, right? But DripX is not going to be tied with BNB. DripX is going to be tied with Wrapped Drip in liquidity. What does that mean? That means, right, let's just use the TitanX. Imagine this is DripX. It's probably, the UI is not out yet, so we're just going to imagine it is, right? This is in BNB chain. It's day one up here. Day one, we're early, right? And we've got a big bag of BNB, right? And we're going to go in day one. You're going to decide, okay, all right, I'm going to go 100 miner power, of course, because I've got lots of BNB. We're day one, and we're going to go for a 20-day, and we're going to get some ridiculous APR percentage prediction, right, of like 6,000% APR. That will go probably down with inflation, right? And then we're going to just go in, we're going to buy. Boom, we buy in. Maybe we batch create, right? And you can actually make 10 miners with your BNB. We buy that. Boom, yeah, we spend like 4 to 8 to 10 BNB. You're a whale, you spend 100 BNB. Yeah, you're just fucking going at it. What's happening there? When that BNB goes in, you're going to be purchasing miners, right, with this. And they're virtual miners. That BNB is then going to go and it's going to do one thing first. It's going to buy wrapped drip. Then that wrapped drip is going to be swapped for Drip X, right? That's cool. Of course, it's going to go into this buy and burn initially, right? So it's not going to all happen at once. They're going to have a slow release, fast release of BNB, which is going to continuously be used to buy wrapped drip and then swap that into Drip X, right? So swap, buy, BNB buys wrapped drip. What happens to the price of the chart? Take a guess. BNB buys wrapped drip, chart goes up. Yes or no? Yes, right? Chart goes up. But then wrapped drip is swapped for Drip X. What happens there? So just to give you some past precedents, because the dev, right, Hustleman, has many other projects which he's made before. One of them which has past precedents of what's happening, and we've seen it before. We saw it a couple months ago. If you were watching this channel, you would have seen it. We had an amazing launch, right, of the bond section on Pulse Drip, right? He also made this. This is the best platform on Pulse Chain, in my opinion, right? It just continues to print money endlessly. It's great, right? Right, so this is the bonds. This was launched a little bit after the launch of Pulse Drip. And the idea was to create a new token called H2O. And the H2O token was tied in liquidity with Pulse Drip token, okay? And it worked. So what happened was I took my Pulse Chain token. So say I took like 10 million, right? I think I took 35 million actually, because I got a pretty big bag on launch. I took 35 million Pulse token. That Pulse token went in and it didn't buy H2O immediately. It went in and it bought P-Drip token. Then that P-Drip token was swapped for H2O, right? And what happened to the charts? Because it's already happened, we can see what's the past precedents. So here's H2O token. On launch, when that happened, that P-Drip swapping into H2O, this happened. So it went from 0.0008 and peaked at 0.1. So that's a pretty parabolic rise, right? And we were in minute one, day one, which we were planning to do with PulseX. That's a 1,500% pump, right? 15x in the space of 4 days. Yeah, 3 days. In the space of 3 days, that was a 15x, right? In 3 days. Then you have to think, okay, what happened to Pulse Drip, right? P-Drip. Because the Pulse token going into the bond was initially buying up P-Drip, and then the P-Drip was being swapped for H2O. So what happened there? Well, here we have, this was exactly when it was happened, the 5th of November, and we went from $21 all the way up to $91, right? And this was an already established token that had been running for a long time, and that is a, oh my god, it's totally in the way. That is a 300, so a 3x on this, right? Boom. From the bottom of the move would be even more, right? So from the bottom of the lowest dip, so if you are going from the lowest drip that we had on Drip, also that would be going up to a 5 or 6x from that bottom, right? Both tokens went up, parabolic, right? The Pulse Drip went up 6x. The H2O, because it was new, went up 15x, right? This is on Pulse Chain. It wasn't as hyped as what I'm seeing for Drip X. So you could imagine that you might be seeing an absolute rip, not just in the price of Drip X on launch, as is going to start to be bought up with all that BNB. Gradually as well, not all at once, right? There's a buy and burn in play, right? You're also going to see the price of wrapped drip on the Binance Smart Chain absolutely explode. And that's why you're seeing people preparing for this by getting the bag early. You can come to the doc section or the Twitter for DripX to find out more about the launch date, which is happening in 2 days, the 22nd of February. We could go through the docs, but I don't want to spend too much time on it because I'd rather just go through the platform on launch, and then it's more fun because we have more buttons to click, right? Essentially. Yeah, that's right. I haven't changed. same old. But you can find here the ways to earn section. Start using your imagination because, again, we have Drip X, play on Drip X, play on BNB, play on Wrap Drip, all together, and the different ways they work around. So here they've broken down other ways that you can earn. V3 liquidity pools on PancakeSwap. You could pair up Wrap Drip with BNB and start farming the volume. The volume right now, so yeah, we have liquidity of 63,000 on the Binance Smart Chain and 297 taxations today, volume of $100,000, right? So it is heating up quite nicely, but it's still tiny compared to, you know, other massive tokens in the space, right? Compare that to TitanX, what's happening in TitanX today. We have $909,000 of volume, 382 taxations, right? So it's nowhere near what it is, right? So that's what's one of the plays. I'm really trying to paint it out for you, what might be happening. This is not financial advice. You really need to manage your risk here. This is very high risk speculation. It could all go the complete opposite way because we know that when people expect something to happen, if it's happened before, if there's past precedents for it, sometimes it can be the absolute opposite of the result, right? We do know that this can happen. Please be aware of that. So then we can also farm it, right? You can also take DripX and Wrap Drip and put them in V3 because there's no taxation on them. They can be put in to V3. You can just farm the liquidity of people buying and selling it. People do that on TitanX. They farm the V3 and they just take the fees from the earning on it. That could be also be a great play, okay? To get the DripX, though, you're either going to have to buy it or mine it, right? Arbitrage, drip between Drip and Wrap Drip. What's Wrap Drip? So come to aidrip.xyz. This is where you can buy or mint or wrap your, I guess it's wrapping, right? Wrap your Wrap Drip or unwrap it, right? So you can come here to Drip, and then we have Drip and Wrap Drip. Now remember, Drip hasn't changed. Drip still has a 10% tax for buying or selling Drip, right? Or moving between wallets. That still happens. So if you are going to wrap your Drip into Wrap Drip, you know, one Drip will get you 0.9 Wrap Drip. Probably because of the tax system, right? I'm guessing. It's supposed to be 1-for-1, but minus the tax. Okay? Roughly. Because, of course, lots is going to be going on with Wrap Drip now. It's going to have separate liquidity pools, more buy pressure, more trade pressure. It's probably going to be, they're going to be moving away in some directions, but you can always wrap your drip for Wrap Drip in a one-to-one basis, I believe, okay? But then we're bridging, right? And we're coming and we're seeing that you can bridge your Wrap Drip over to Ethereum. You can go over to Arbitrum, or you can move it from Ethereum, then move it onto Pulse Chain, okay? Bridging onto Pulse Chain. That's why you can actually find Wrap Drip now on Pulse Chain, which is growing very well and very high as well. You can also, on Pulse Chain, come across to yield farms on Pulse Chains, like PLS Farm. You come to the farm section, come down here, and you will find a cow tip with Wrap Drip for 269% APR. I love Pulse Chain. And you're also going to find PLS with Wrap Drip for 102% APR. Other ways, you can hodl, hold the DripX, the Drip, or the Wrap Drip, and see if they go up in value, right? DripX might not. It is highly inflationary. Drip is no longer inflationary. It's almost inflationary. The faucet is closed. You cannot earn 1% daily on it anymore. So it will be going down in supply. Wrap Drip will be bought up every single day and then swapped into DripX. So that's something you have to play with as well. I showed you the charts. I showed you what I think is going to happen. I might be wrong, though. I might be wrong. Virtual miners, you can use BNB to mine the DripX. Of course, we spoke about that. And you can also stake your DripX and get BNB rewards in the system, right? Again, we can refer back to TitanX, and I'll show you the same thing. You are staking your BNB, not ETH, because it's not TitanX, but it is, right? You stake in. The problem, of course, with TitanX is that they then had all these platforms built on top, and then the ones who built on top actually completely destroyed the stakers, and now stakers make nothing on TitanX. And so really in a sticky place. They have a lot of products coming out, but like I said, I'm not that confident that it's going to work out well for them. But good luck. Yeah, I don't want it to fail. I want everyone to make money. I got just bad vibes, man. I don't know what it was. Bad vibes. And we're day one with this, so I'm happy. Happy with that. Right, so that is pretty much all I want to cover for the launch of DripX. I don't want to get into the mechanics of exactly how it's working. We'll do that on screen while it's up and running. and we'll ape in, and hopefully we're early enough to get some really short-term miners, but also get some long ones as well, because these days will fill up fast. I believe they will. This is going to be an absolute banger of a project, and bringing back, hopefully, some of the good old days to Drip. Peace. Been Crypto Richie. Be good to each other, and don't get wrecked.